Time's up, Admiral.
Here it comes.
All kids out of the pool for Adult Swim. All kids out.
Lego Lord of the Rings Balrog raised eyebrows for what some fans say is an unfortunate pose. I see it. I see it. Oh, I see it. It's taking a piss on Gandalf.
You shall not!
He. And he says to her, listen, you got a fine white girl ass.
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
Where in the galaxy is Sanusi?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
I think I've died and gone straight to honker heaven. Boobs are amazing.
Amazing. Hail and howdy, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Dive, the Double D's, where we do think boobs are amazing around here. It's the show where you, the chat, the audience, are in charge. You steer the ship, and I try to jump out. I try, but you keep pulling me back in. Hope everybody is having a good Thursday. I'm doing good. I have been literally up for an hour. I slept right to my alarm. I got a whole bunch of sleep, managed to quickly eat something, get ready, and take an assessment of what's going on, and quickly think about what I'm going to talk about today, because we got things to talk about. Some things are a tease. I know, I'm a tease. But then at the same time, I got things, good old-fashioned favorite topics that we are going to talk about. And Legatus is not here. Apparently, the AI needed an update, so that happens. He updates himself. Thank you, Chase. Thank you, brother. And no. Sleep is not gay. Sleep is healthy. And I'm trying to get more of it consistently. I have consistently got 7 or more hours of sleep all week long. Tomorrow, not so much. I got to get up in the morning because they're coming to do the quarterly preventative maintenance for the apartment, where they walk in, they give the giant window when they're going to come for literally 2 minutes of something. They come in, they'll put the new air conditioner filter in. They'll put a new filter in the AC unit, in the HVAC unit. Then they'll push the smoke detector, which I have to plug back in because fuck those things. And then they'll look in the water heater, and then they'll leave. So I have to get up early and wait. And now they'll be here. They'll be here around between 9:30 and 10:30. That's usually when they roll in. But I can't take a chance they'll be here at 8:30 on the nose. I can't take a chance. So I got to be up. So I'm going to get short sleep tomorrow. It's going to suck. But it's Friday. And we'll get through it. Either way, I'm excited for today. Here's a tease. Once again, topic of discussion is unfortunately Ghost of Yote. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to touch on it again this weekend because they keep trying to tell us it's better than Tsushima. In every way, shape, and form, it's better than Tsushima. And here's the funny thing. We are Thursday. It has now literally been out a week. We still do not have official sales numbers from Sony or Sucker Punch. This game that has reportedly sold 1 million in a day and 2 million over the weekend, they haven't released it. If they had the numbers, they would be telling us instantly what they were. I think there's a giant campaign going on right now to hide that this game has had a mid-release, an extremely mid-level release. That it's that while it's not necessarily a failure, it's not the giant success that some of these tourists are talking about. And here's just a tease. These are some things I found this morning while getting ready. Out of nowhere, let me share my screen because that's how this works, Adam. You share your screen. First, we're told magically today, Ghost of Yotei debuted at number 1 in Japan last week, selling 120,000 physical units. Okay, great. You release at number 1 on a week release schedule. Congratulations. What was its competition? Nothing. Did Nintendo have a major release in Japan? Not that I heard of. Were there any other major releases? So congratulations to that. And then according to some group called Alinea Analytics, I've looked them up. I was looking at them right before we got started here, and we'll come back to it on Sunday. According to them, so this group based out of Norway, mind you, based out of Norway. According to them, Ghost Yotei sales estimated to be 1.6 million. 2 million plus units sold in retailers. 70% of copies sold were digital. That doesn't make any sense. How can we get 1.6 million plus and then say just 2 million? None of this makes any sense. What are your metrics? What is anything? Never trust these things. Never trust these things. Okay, then there's this. Here's a list of the top 10 best PS5 physical launches opening launch sales in Japan. Okay, let's open it up. Oh, where's Ghost of Yotei? 120K. Oh, look, Final Fantasy games and Monster Hunter Wilds, which is huge over there. Monster Hunter is a huge franchise. Oh, look, yes, it's 5. It barely breaks into the top 5. Barely over Armored Core 6, which I have played and was a decent game. So, I don't know where you're going to get 1 million from, because think about it like this. Japan, one of the gaming meccas of the world. You got America, you got Japan, you got South Korea. Those are like the gaming meccas of the world where hardcore gaming happens. If it only sells 120,000 in Japan, probably sold similar in South Korea. Maybe add on a few more for digital sales. And then over here in America, I very much doubt it sold more than 500,000 to 600,000 combined. Where's your 2 million? Where's your 2 million? If you look at my favorite phrase, think about facts and logic. Facts and logic. Facts. Here's our first hard number of sales that somebody sold. But I thought it was selling like hotcakes in Japan. Apparently not. If that's the best you could do opening week, comparative to other staunch and powerful franchises. Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake, a 30-year-old game remade for remastered, sold more. A game that is 30 a remaster and a remake of a 30-year-old game sold better than Ghost of Yotei. Okay? Better than that. Better. So this just a tease. We're going to go into this more this weekend on a roundtable, because until we get numbers. Now, we could have numbers from Sony and Sucker Punch by Sunday. We could. But I think we would have had them already. I honestly and truly think we would have had them already if they were there. So I have not attacked the quality of the game or anything like that. All my coverage and shared panel discussion coverage has been based upon what we've seen. And what I've seen is a lot of what I will call tourist gamers flooding social media pretending this is the greatest game in the world and talking about this game as though it's some sort of groundbreaking achievement, doing things that games have been doing for 20 years and doing the same thing that the first game did. The only differences in this game when it comes to new stuff is different weapons and probably a few extra little mini things in there on how to interact with the world or map the world out or cook your useless food. It's otherwise the same game, yet it's somehow greater than the first one because you have a powerful Whammons as your main character who's a lesbian. Yeah. I wish we could stop talking about this, just like I wish we could stop talking about a whole lot of things out there. But we're going to talk about this because until we get proof, I will keep asking the questions. Is this game as successful as all these tourist gamers are claiming it is? I'm just asking questions, but apparently I'm not allowed to. And apparently, if you make fun of it, here's another one. Here's just another one. And I will say this because I have streamed with him a couple of times. I don't know if we're on a knowing base. I don't know if Phil will remember me the couple of times we streamed together. But I like this right here. Just go to this because I did reply to it simply because these people are losers. So right here, Project Eggroll Phil makes a funny meme. Makes it meme where wow, she does look better than ugly lesbian Antifa bitch. Ghost of made also like this game would have sold 1 million copies by now. And then right away, some loser bastardizing a character from One Piece. These virgins don't see enough titties IRL, so they got to resort to mods, porn, and harassing developers to get their fix. Couldn't be me. Phil has a family, wife and a child. And he probably has seen more titties on a daily basis than you do. He just happens to like titties a lot, just like all red-blooded men do. So they always resort to this. Name calling. It's just like that time when Gavin McGinnis attacked everybody at FNT about are you all nerds? And you don't know what women look like. And every guy on the panel had a wife with children. Just about every guy on the panel had wife and children. These people have their beliefs that just because we like big tits, we're some sort of virgins and incels, this and that. And listen. Has it been a long time since I've seen tits? Yes. But that's because I'm poor. I can't afford women. Can't afford to date. And also, I'm in a horrible area where they're all crazy liberals. So it's not like the dating pool is very deep for me. So that's my problem. That's my problem. And I'm not going out there to look for that. But a lot of people don't have problems like I do. All right. But I have seen them. I have touched them. It's just been a long time. The point is, they will always resort. They will always listen. They're the ones that obsess. They're the ones that haven't seen the titties. Otherwise, why are you on social media looking for a reason to be angry at people who don't like what you like? Very simple. Very simple. So this goes to Yote stuff. It's wild. It's crazy. And that's why I'm talking about that. You're right, Alf. It is projection. It's projection. Very simple. It's projection. Okay. Here's the thing. I didn't actually put my hands on them. Yes, one of them was pressed up against the back of my head, pair of them, but I didn't get to go, yes. And I didn't get to play with them afterwards. I saw them, but it was essentially look, no touch. And yeah, and there were a lot of glorious boobs and I have proof that was there. We called it the ball busters during it. All right. I was there. We couldn't show them, of course. But it's look, no touch. I'm talking intimacy and fun time. What are you gay? What are you gay? I don't want a bouncer kicking my ass because I got handsy with a stripper. I don't get ass kicked by a bouncer. All right, listen, yeah, Jez, right. I did choose poorly. I did choose poorly with what I chose, but the massage did feel good. I had been traveling for a day, So the massage did feel good. And the boobs pressed up against the back of my head did feel great. But my spending of my strip club money was poor. But I admit that. But still, yes. But I couldn't take them home with me, okay? I couldn't take them home with me. That's my point. I haven't taken a pair of boobs home with me in a while. Let's just say that. I can admit I'm on a very long and sad dry spell. I have no shame. It's just the way with life is. All right? Come on. Moving on. Anyway, let's get to the rest of the show. Let's move on from my depressing life. All right. The rules apply as normal. $5 to order an Adam rant on just about anything within reason. We don't want to go down topics we don't really cover on this channel. $10, ask me a question. I'll tell you no lies. And we'll have a discussion. You, me, the chat. We'll get into it back and forth. You got your let's be honest. Every time one of you guys do one of these things, you always get your money's worth. You always do. $10 also rents me for 30 minutes to play a video game. Party Animals is out there. It'll happen again eventually. And then you guys, I don't worry about it because you're just going to add more time to it. So why I'm not stressing it. I'll deliver. It'll never end until I stop to say no more. $50 gets you an instant hot take reaction on an article. Excuse me, I can speak proper English. On an article we may see during the news segment or one you may have found you want me to react to. $20 gets you a video reaction. And we learned yesterday, no more flash kits. No more flash kits. They got the bots set up to take your stream down for 5 minutes until you stop. So flash kits is off the menu, boys. No more flash kits. Then $30 gets you, chat made me watch this reviews tomorrow, which we'll be doing Godzilla -1 tomorrow, thanks courtesy of Kratos. And but you always got to give me a couple of days to watch the episode of television or movie you may choose. And I've taken the full couple of days because I took last night off. It was good. Playing some games, eating some dinner, not worrying about things. And then I went to bed early because I needed it. Anyway, all right, them's the rules. I'm sticking to them. But I do have one topic. I'm going to focus on myself because I found it just as I went to bed last night. And I thought I am going to talk about this. And of course, it has become a thing in the morning. What am I talking about? Let's be honest. One of my favorite punching bags is James Gunn's DCU. And of course, James Gunn's Superman. James Gunn's Superman. We were told over and over again that this movie was such a great success, that it was a massive win, that it only needed to make its that Warner Brothers Discovery would be happy with just $500 million. They're fine with it. They're fine with it. Despite the fact that its budget was over $300 million, $363 million, according to Ohio tax receipts. It had a $150 to $200 million marketing campaign that was one of the biggest of all time. That was everywhere. So combined, that's about $500 to $600 million. Multiply it by 2, and guess what? You need almost or at $1 billion just to break even and get some of your money back on investment. That's the truth. But James Gunn and Warner Discovery, DC Studios, they said, our budget was only $180 million. Or our budget was only $180 million, and our marketing was only $100 million. So, I'm sorry, wrong movie. Sorry. I'm sorry. The production was 225. Sorry, my bad. I misspoke. I'm confusing that with I'm confusing that with an MCU movie. My apologies. $225 million. By their numbers, they said it was 225 plus the 100 marketing at 325. When multiplied by 2 is 650. So by their metrics, their break even was 650, which is honestly $300 million less. But we know the truth of what happened. We know the truth. And even by their metrics, they still didn't break even. At $615 million after a 45 to 50-day run in the theaters, Superman 2025, James Gunn's Superman, did not make a profit, classifying it as a flop, not a bomb. Well, a bomb if you use the real numbers, it's a bomb. If you use the real numbers of 363 plus 200 or 150, and you land around the $900 to $1 billion break even, they lost hundreds of millions of dollars. But we'll play their game, because guess who's playing their game? Forbes. Forbes is going to play their game. James Gunn's Superman ends its theatrical run. How much did it make? Put up 3 days ago. And it's first being talked about now. I didn't know about it. Let's see what they say. Superman, starring David Cornsweet, Rachel Brosnan, and Nicholas Hoult, has ended its domestic theatrical run after playing on the big screen for 84 days? Really? It was 84 days? 84 days, and it's 6:15. Let's go back to the box office real quick. It's 6:15. Look at that! Oh my God! Look at that! So this is when I thought it ended, around here. I thought it ended around here, around 50-odd days. Add in another 20 around here, add in another 20-odd days. They just kept squeezing little by. This is where it tapped out essentially around 6:15. It made no more money. I kept checking this. You guys know we kept coming back here and it didn't move. They kept it in there for 84 days. I apologize. I misspoke at the beginning of this. They kept it in there for 84 days and made almost 90 days and only made $615 million worldwide on Superman. Superman. Thank you. Yeah, probably went there at digital and streaming, and they just kept it in there, and it still made no money. Blah, 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 blah. Official summary of Superman movie partial reads. Oh, we don't care about that. Let's get to the numbers. We're here for the numbers. Rated PG-13, Superman officially ended its domestic theatrical run on October 2nd. Officially, because nobody was into theaters anymore. Long before that. When it earned $3.58 million at $358 million in 71 theaters, bringing it 3,000, whatever. Okay, total box office, we just saw it. I showed you those numbers already. They're just rehashing what we saw. Superman had a production budget of $225, which is the lie. Now they're running with the lie. They're running with the approved lie, but they have to. If they told the truth, they wouldn't get access anymore. Now, I mean, Forbes is shit, but they have to. So there's the lie. Production budget of $125. Oh, it's a little higher than what I said. That means its break even was over that. Given that films generally split their ticket sales 50-50 with theater owners, it's probably a little more like 60-40 with the theaters getting that. This means that Superman's theatrical run equates to $308 million. The amount, of course, does not reflect the residuals are being paid out or other miscellaneous expenses associated with the film. Even going with $308 million before taking other expenses into account, Superman's net falls around $350 million Warner Brothers spent on the production of the film marketing. I don't know where you get that. I honestly don't, because by my math, if you spend your money and your break even is 650, 620, 675, where's your net? You have no net. This is only gross. There is no net profit. This is all only gross. Whether Superman ultimately ends up making or losing money, though, is yet to be determined, since Warner Brothers will earn money from you're not okay. This is not the era of Blu-ray sales where you could put it out there and make up more money doing this. No, you're not going to make money off of streaming and VOD. You're not. Nobody's going to do that, because guess what? You don't make money on streaming. You don't. And guess what? Everybody else just pirate it. Everybody else is just going to pirate it. It's that simple. So it hasn't made any money. So they're not even claiming what's going on here. They're dancing around the fact that this movie made no money. Forbes are cowards. Forbes are cowards. Who wrote this? Is it I don't know, Tim Lammers. I was going to say, is it good old one of the assholes who was a reader? I forget who they are anymore. But I mean, there's no they don't actually make a prediction. You're cowards. I'll tell you the truth. We'll tell you the truth. 225 plus 125. That's 350. 350 times 2. That's $700 million. That's 700. Did I get that math right? Let me make sure. I'm a writer, not a mathematician. Let me make sure I do math right. 225 plus 125 equals 350 times 2. Yes, $700 million. That means playing by Warner Discovery's rules that they put into play for this. This movie had a break even of $700 million. Real break even, $1 billion. But we'll play by the rules. At $615, that's an $85 million loss. $85 million. No, you know what they lost. But these Forbes and many of the shills, the gun-tards, the gun apologists, they're not going to play by even the rules that Warner Brothers set down. They're going to tell you the movie was successful anyway. They're going to tell you it was great. It was fantastic. It is a great start for the DCU. No, this is an abysmal start for the DCU. You lost money on your first film. You lost a lot of money. In the reality, they lost over $300 million, almost $400 million. That's the truth. 363 plus 150 to 200 million marketing. Multiply that by 2. It's $1 billion. It's $1 billion. And when you made 615, that's almost $400 million. Probably give or take a few, between $350 and $400 million loss. But even by their numbers, it's still $85 million lost. This is what failure looks like. But some people, they can't deal with that. They can't deal with the thing they love not working. You could love it, but live in reality. Live in reality. Take a moment and understand it didn't get accepted. It got rejected by the world. The world only went to see it for $261 million. And here in America, a respectful 354. Let's not pretend that's not a good number domestically. But the rest of the world said, we don't care. This should have been a massive success with a better story, a better cast. And yes, I do not like the cast. Rachel Brosnahan has great tits, but that doesn't win the movie. I thought the cast was atrocious. I thought the acting was atrocious. I thought the story was atrocious. The directing atrocious. Special effects laughable. Everything about this movie was terrible. And here we have the facts. Failure. Even by their rules, failure. Loss of money. And coming up next, I mean, the article refers to it, coming up next, Millie Alcock's Supergirl. Millie Alcock Supergirl. Here we go. And no problem with that. What has Millie Alcock done? I've talked about this before. What has Millie Alcock done besides half a season of House of the Dragon? She's done nothing. Her filmography is this thick. She's an attractive young woman who a lot of people believe in fantasies that some way, somehow, she's going to touch their penis. But she's not. But she has an army of simps that think she's some sort of great next generational actress. We don't know. We really don't know what Millie Alcock can do. We don't. We don't know if she can carry a movie because she sure as hell didn't carry Game of Thrones. Matt Smith carried Game of Thrones when they had scenes together. That was Matt Smith's acting, not hers. So here we are. DCU going forward. Millie Alcock, if you accept facts and logic and don't think with your penis, she's untested. You don't know if she can carry a movie. Not to mention, it's based off of Tom King's Supergirl, which is not real Supergirl. It's bullshit. So you got a questionable movie coming out. Questionable movie coming out that doesn't even have the foundation that Superman does. So if Superman made just 615 worldwide, Supergirl, unlikely its budget of a minimum $200 million. The marketing campaign is going to be insane. Another 1 to 150 million marketing campaign. A movie that's going to need a roughly $600 million to break even, probably. Superman only made 615. Supergirl probably only makes about 250 to 350. Nobody is going to go see this movie. There's only excitement is for dudes who want to touch themselves to Millie Alcock. That's it. And guess what? She's not a big enough of a star to put butts in seats for that little thing alone. Facts and logic, my friends. Facts and logic. Use them. Think about them. Apply them to your arguments. And guess what? At least very little wiggle room for pushback. We know the numbers. No matter what. Superman 2025, James Gunn's Superman lost money. It's going to lose a lot more. Okay, we're done. I wish the truth could be spoken more often. I really do. People don't like the truth. They really don't. They're not fans of it. Excellent point, Weasel. Patty Considine was in the entire season. Okay. Let me rephrase what I said. When I said Matt Smith, I meant in there. She had scenes with Matt Smith. That was my point. I wasn't clear on that. I apologize. Patty Considine was the standout of that season, and I didn't really enjoy the season. I don't really like Game of Thrones. I don't care about Game of Thrones, but I gave it a shot because you guys asked me to give it a shot and review all that stuff. Patty Considine was the standout, but I was talking about in her scenes like Matt Smith. You could say with Patty Considine too. With Patty Considine, she was there, and stronger actors took over the scene. So there's that. But Millie Alcock has no. She hasn't done anything, and she's been put on this pedestal because she's an attractive young woman. That's it. It's purely because all these dudes want to have sex with her. That's it. Am I freezing? My signal looks like it's choppy. Tell me if I'm freezing, and I'll have to go off camera for a minute. There we go. All right. So, yeah. So I even by their measures, it's a failure of a movie. All right. Let's go over the news, shall we? Let's go over the news. See what we got going on here. Oops, wait a minute. Buttons pushed. I shouldn't push. All right, let's check out the news. Let me refresh everything because, as usual, it's been 50 minutes since I put up these tabs. So we got to make sure everything is up to date. And Chrome sucks. Chrome does suck. All right, good. That one's still front and center. I do want to talk about that briefly. All right, here we go. The news. Start with, oh, come on. There you go. Fucking. Horror impact report from Ryan Coogler to Lisa Dreyer to Osgood Perkins. Variety stakes out top in John Films TV. I don't care what you say. I don't care about horror, and I don't like anything that they do. So I'm not the person that can talk about that. Paramount CEO David Ellison won't comment on potential Warner Brothers Discovery bid, but says there's a lot of options out there that are actionable. Once again, if Superman was such a success, would Warner Discovery be in play for a buyout, for a takeover? Don't care. Fremantle secures global rights to documentary. Don't care. The MAGA Whisperer, publicist Vanessa Santos reps a who's who of conservative voice others won't touch. I guess that's fair and balanced. The Summer I Turned Pretty season 3 reaches 7 million viewers in 70 days. I don't even know what this show is. Drops of God sets season 2 release date. I don't know what that is either. Paramount Skydance hires Roku's Jay Ashkenazi as chief revenue officer. I don't know who that is. Obviously, they have faith in him. Don't care about anything Lebanon. Don't care about Barry Weiss taking over CBS News. Don't really care about that. So I don't even know what that looks like. Let's keep going. we're by now, after all this time, we skim Variety. We don't read every one anymore because a lot of the stuff is pointless. And then they do this to me. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms trailer. Game of Thrones prequel follows Sir Duncan and his Squire Egg set 100 years in the past. This is my I don't care face. And from what I understand, it's yet another unfinished set of stories. Once again, the germ method of storytelling. I'm going to write a bunch of shit. I'm going to start a bunch of shit. I'm going to sell it to TV so I can play with my trains. And then I'm not going to finish it. But they're going to make shows out of it anyway. It's unfinished. It's abominable. It's one thing when I was a fanfic writer and I didn't finish one particular series. I kind of pulled up short because when I lost interest into it, my heart broke with the series in general. I couldn't do it anymore. But I'm a fanfic writer. If you start something, you finish it. You finish it. It's not hard. You have all that money. What do you got to do? Finish your book. Finish your book, fatty. But he won't. And I'm glad. Because fuck Game of Thrones. And fuck this show. I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. But it's going to do well because all the happy Germ simps and all the happy Game of Thrones Song and Ice and Fire simps, they'll line up again to watch it every damn time, even though he's betrayed every single one of them. And guess what? His storytelling ain't that good either. All right? Not that good. He's going to, as time marches on, Tolkien will be remembered and Germ will be forgotten. Very simple. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Anything interesting here? I will still never understand the Sabrina Carpenter thing. Don't Duolingo's launch its own anime series produced with studio behind Big Mouth. How about no? How about no for none of that? Looking at that right there. No. SWAT spinoff Exiles. I never watched the regular show. Don't care. Let's go on other end. Once again, a variety full of shit. Anything here? Ryan Johnson. Is Ryan Johnson wants to direct more Knives Out films despite Netflix deal ending. I'd be thrilled to keep making these for the rest of my life. Has that been released in the theater yet? Hold on a second. I got to look this up real quick. Knives Out. Knives Out. Knives Out 3. Has it been released? Yes, it's been out. Okay. We're going to the numbers. I got to look at this right now. We said this. Knives Out, Wake Up Dead Man would do shit. Wake Up Dead Man. Let me see if I typed it in right. Hold on a second. I just tried Knives Out. Remember we said it came out in the theaters and I said nobody's going to go see this shit. Nobody cares about Knives Out movies. We said this. Knives Out, Wake Up Dead Man, and Knives Out Mystery. Okay, here we go. Box office, NA. What? But it doesn't come out till December 12th. Then why did it say it came out now? Okay, it doesn't come out in select Oh. Why isn't it coming up? There we go. In select theaters, November 26th. Netflix, December 12th. Okay. Then why did it say it was out? So we've still got another month before this comes out. It's not going to make any money. It's not. No one's going to go see this. There's a reason Netflix hasn't renewed their contract with Roundhead. Because nobody cares about Knives Out. Nobody cares. So you could keep wanting that. You can keep wanting that, Roundhead. But guess what? Your 3 movies, you're 3 and done with your Knives Out. You're done. Let's see. AI generated series Castle Wall sets MIPCOM launch film from Turkish. Oh, whatever. Anything else here? Anything else of interest here? Nope. Looks like we're done. We're done. Let's move on to IGN. Borderlands 4, October 9th, 2020 update. Borderlands 4 is failing. Nothing you can do about it. It's going to fail. Nobody played it. Elder Scrolls 6 will feature a memorial character for a much-missed fan following $85,000 donation to Make-A-Wish. You have to release your game first. and I don't know if it's ever coming out. Now, the sad thing is, everybody who's unhappy with Bethesda over recent events, they'll line up and buy Elder Scrolls 6. They will. They'll buy it. They'll buy it. Because they've been waiting for it for what, 15 years now? I won't. I'm not going to play this. I don't really want to play Elder Scrolls over again. I'm not enraptured with that world. Really, I'm not. Just is not for me. I played Skyrim all the way through, did everything I possibly could in it. And I personally do not understand how people can replay Skyrim over and over again. I don't. I'm not, well, Weasel, you've admitted it, dude. You've admitted it to me yourself. I'm not exactly calling you out, but you've admitted it. You've admitted it. I don't understand how people can replay Skyrim once you've done everything. I don't understand. It was an okay game. It was an easy game, very easy, even on hardest difficulty setting. Very easy once you're powered up. So I don't understand the replay value of Skyrim. I just do not. I don't know about the other ones because I never finished the other ones, but I did finish Skyrim. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms debut trailer. I already complained about this. I could give two fucks about it. And yes, and I know why the kid is bald. I've heard why the kid is bald, but I won't spoil it for people who maybe don't know. Battlefield 6 update. Good luck with your Battlefield 6. I hope people enjoy it. Peacemaker ends tonight, doesn't it? Peacemaker ends tonight. Fortnite's Peacemaker dancing mode returns with edited moves following Nazi imagery investigation. Cowards. Jennifer Aniston says a Friends reboot is literally physically impossible. Yeah, because Matthew Perry is dead. Oh, reboot. Well, I guess you would mean. Maybe we should have mean remake. We can't do reboot. Reboot means restarting it. No, revival means. Okay, I'm sorry. She maybe might be thinking revival. Revival can't happen because Matthew Perry is dead. Reboot can't happen because back then they actually didn't care about identity politics. Now this show would be choked by it, completely choked by it, and nobody would watch it. Nobody would watch a Friends reboot. Nobody would. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle adding fresh ending unlocked if you finish New Game Plus. Fuck off with your game. I don't give a fuck about that. Treyarch confirms significant changes for Call of Duty Black Ops 7 at launch. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care. The game's going to do well. People always go back. They always do. How much will GTA 6 cost? New research claims $100 price point would actually leave money on the table. Dude, do not put that out there that it should cost more than $100. Do not do that. And that game is going to sell. That game's going to sell 1 million copies in the first hour. That's a true game that's going to break everything on its release day. Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Season 2 exclusive trailer. What about Season 1? Nobody talk about something that completely fell off, as we said it would. The horrific Seth Rogen bullshit movie that I watched and we reviewed on Roundtable. It was dog shit, god awful. Then they had a TV series that nobody watched. They had a deal. That's why they're getting multiples. And they recently came out with some sort of stupid holiday short that nobody cares about. That looks terrible. This thing is dog shit. Turtles are dead right now. It's a dead franchise. Thanks, Seth Rogen. Legend of Zelda manga's Akira Himekawa to make special appearance at NYCC to spotlight Kamudo. Sure. PlayStation 6 release date speculation goes into overdrive after Sony tech wizard Mark Cerny, I don't know, mentions future console coming in a few years' time. listen, just wait till the end of the decade. Just wait till the end of the decade. Like, I can accept 2020, 2028, 2029. I can accept like 2029 preferably. But give me a few more years of the PS5. Come on, man. I'm not ready to buy another console in 2 years. I've had this thing for 2.5, 3 years now. I need a little more time with it, please. Don't make me get another one right away. Nintendo finally comments on this week's Closer to You Pikmin video and reveals who made them. Sure. I didn't really care about that. Fortnite's long-rumored Simpsons mini-season now feels imminent as Kang and Kodos turn up in game. Kodos. Oh, who gives a fuck about the Simpsons? Don't care. John Lithgow revealed as Dumbledore in Harry Potter to HBO TV series. Set photos reveals scenes not in the book. I've seen those pictures. I guess he looks okay. He's on a beach. Who knows why? Maybe it was just some pre-shoots. I don't know. And I don't care. I don't have high hopes for this show right now. Jed sent me this one yesterday. Post-Civil War Assassin's Creed canceled by Ubisoft due to increasing concerns over U.S. political climate. Also, it sounded like a really bad game. We'll talk about that more on Sunday, because that's a discussion topic with Jed and others who have played these games. So we'll come back to that one. But yeah, that's funny as hell. It's funny as hell. Hideo Kojima reveals how life-changing impact of 1970 World Expo enabled him to create Death Stranding and Metal Gear, while Expo 2035 gave him a strange feeling. I don't really feel like hearing from the troll. I don't care about Kojima. I'm not into Kojima games. I can say that. Fortnite's Halloween plans get off to a messy start following social media snafu involving Doja Cat with a sex toy. Another person that's overrated, and I wish I'd never heard of, Doja Cat. Piece of shit. Walt Disney World reveals major audio animatronic updates. Frozen Ever After, Zootopia. Oh, god damn. No, thank you. And we are now into yesterday's news. All right, Park Place. Warner Discovery. Okay, Netflix CEO brushes off rumors that company will buy Warner Brothers. We're builders, not buyers. Dude, all right, no. If Warner Discovery was a good buy, Netflix, who has the money and is the most stable of the streaming services, they'd fucking make a bid if Warner Discovery was worth a buy. They would totally do it for the catalog. For the catalog alone, for the Warner Brothers catalog alone, they wouldn't have to pay anything future. They could just put it up on Netflix in perpetuity. That shows you how radioactive Warner Brothers Discovery is with all their debt and poor future earnings. We already saw the canceled Assassin's Creed game. Somebody died, apparently, at the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland. Netflix reportedly spent almost $500 million on Stranger Things 5 budget. Each episode would be a full-length movie. I thought that got debunked, that each episode was a full movie. I thought that got debunked. Almost $500 million. For what? For what? Man. No, thank you. Rumor. Sony could ditch Western studios, may shift Japanese devs and traditional stories for exclusives if Ghost of Tsushima and Intergalactic Heretic profit fail. Okay, we know Intergalactic Heretic, that will fail because Naughty Dog does not have a customer base anymore. Nobody trusts Naughty Dog. Nobody wants that game. That game's going to be a fucking joke. 2, where's the announcement of how much OTA? So we're back to the topic that started today. We're back to that. So yeah, good luck with that. I watch if that happens. I thought Yote was better. He's in that one. Really? I don't watch Stranger Things. Never have, and hopefully never will. I do not care. All right, well, there's the news. I'm sticking to it. Let's move on. So are you guys interested in anything else today from me? No, you're not. But with my ramblings, got us through most of the show. We got a few minutes left here, so let's go over the rest of the week. It's Thursday. I don't particularly have anything planned for tonight. I mean, if you guys convince me, we could maybe play some Final Fantasy Tactics tonight. Although I should play some Monster Hunter. I should do. So I do have things to do there. I'll be honest. I spent hours last night grinding on the two little points we have for interaction for enemies in Final Fantasy Tactics, just to get my levels up and my job classes up. I spent a long time doing it. So I when we continue with Tactics, I'm already over leveled for story content. The mobs are the regular random encounters, they're scaling to my level, but the story content, I'm already over leveled now. I'm very over leveled, and I'm proud of it. I don't have advanced class jobs. We got some jobs going, working on a combination of a chemist and a knight on one character, working on a time mage, black mage for another one, white mage, and other things. I'm working on the combos, Ramza's off to a good start. Can't level Delita at the moment because he's stuck in the guest part. He doesn't come into the random encounters. But I'm loving. I've spent a bunch of time in it now. It's as great as it ever was. It's fantastic. I haven't unlocked Summoner yet, Weasel. I haven't unlocked it yet. I have not unlocked Summoner yet. Monk Geomancer. I remember that being a combination. My Ramza combination is Monk Ninja. That's my Ramza combination from back in the day. Monk Ninja. He was just ungodly strong like that. So I'm heading towards Monk with Ramza right now. I got to finish leveling Knight up, at least enough, and then I'll move on to Monk with Ramza. But yeah, we're having a lot of fun with it. I might stream it tonight. I mean, financial incentive would confirm it, would force me to do it, but I might stream it tonight. I might, because I got nothing else planned. Because tomorrow is Ballbusters. I don't know if we have a guest. Jeremy hasn't told me. Saturday Night Drive-In, Bram Stoker's Dracula. I watched it last night. Honestly, I was as unimpressed as I've ever been with it, honestly. I would say it's great cast. I feel like it's poorly executed in retrospect. Even though I was talking to Sam about it the other day, it's one of the more accurate adaptations of the book. So should be an interesting discussion on Sunday. And I'll be honest, I've never truly loved the movie. I've never truly loved it. It always didn't really sit right with me. And having watched it now, it's been a long time since I watched it. It was like a fresh watch yesterday. And most of my memory of it was intact, but fresh. I also lots of titty, good titties too. Monica Bellucci, woo, yeah. All right, it's a very graphic movie. I'll say that. Anyway, so we got Drive-In, Bram Stoker's Dracula, 6 p.m. Eastern. Sunday Roundtable, 3 p.m. Eastern. We got some good topics for you guys. We're going to have some really good discussions this weekend. I'm really excited. Going to be a lot of fun. We got some co-op play Saturday night, Final Fantasy 14. Once again, if you guys are interested in playing Final Fantasy 14 or Monster Hunter Wilds, if you want to play Wilds, go talk to Samuel the Influence. Let him know. He is the guy who's directing traffic on that one. I'm just along for the ride. If you want to play Final Fantasy 14 with us, if it looks like you might enjoy the MMO experience, you can let me know. You can let Kel know. You can let Dermy know. Let us know. Let us know. We are on the Dynamis server on the Seraph Shard. We're there having a good time. It's a bit of a wonky server. It's a newish server. It doesn't have a lot of population, but it has room to grow, and you get a lot of XP bonus. So you're going to plow through quickly. Weasel could attest. The XP has just been great, getting them through that real quickly. And I think hopefully today I can put a bid in on a house again. We are 0 for 3 or 0 for 2. I think we're 0 for 3 on the house bids, or 0 for 2. No, we're 0 for 2. We're 0 for 2 on house bids. This will be the third attempt. It should be right now. Looks like it's going to be in Kugane. Going to be in Kugane if we win it. There are several out there, and this is the one we're going for. So I will be checking. I'll be hopefully putting bid in, and maybe we'll get it this time. I hope so. See, I want the big mansion. We deserve the big mansion. They can decorate it. And I'm the only one who's decorated. Last night, Kel's like, "Yeah, Lawful Sex Dungeon." Yeah, I'm like, no. You listen, when we have a house, every member of the company can buy an apartment in the house, a room in the house. You could decorate that to your Lalafell Sex Dungeon all you want. No, that is not appearing in the on the opening in the open. No, that's not happening. No. That is my project to decorate it. That is my project to decorate it how I see fit. So In a van down by the river. It's not so much. We have the money. Right now, it's luck. It's luck right now. It's a lottery for a house. And yes, could we get a small one? Yes, we could, but that's not fun, especially because we'd spend money on it and not getting return. And why buy a room in a small house if we're gonna try to upgrade to a bigger one? So we're just gonna keep trying for the bigger one. Gonna keep trying to vet. Hopefully, we get it eventually. We just got to keep hoping. And it would be better, if Square Enix just up the server space for houses in the instances. Just add more fucking instances. Just do it. I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. Chat, you can read what he's saying there. I'm not reading that. Anyway, so so if you are interested in having some fun, we are playing every day. There's always somebody playing every day. There's only a few of us on, but somebody's always playing every day. I'm there to help. Kel's there to help. And it's having fun. And we're not going anywhere. As long as a few of us are playing, we'll be there. I mean, we up for several months at a time. We're buying a house. We're trying to buy a house. So we have someplace to live. Anyway, so we're having a lot of fun playing a lot of games. Both private play, live streaming for solo, and co-op. It's a lot of good time, and you are invited to join us if you want to. The doors are open. We are trying to grow. We're trying to grow our gaming community. We're trying to grow it, trying to have fun, bringing people in, having a good time, and it's all about having fun. All about having fun. That's what we need to do. We need to have more fun. Fun. Weasel could help with the base game. He can unsync the solo dungeons because he's only in Heaven's Word, but he's already over leveled for that because of the leveling experience bump that he's got. Anyway, let's wrap it up. It seems you guys have had enough of me today, so we'll wrap it up. Thank you, everybody. Unless you guys have something, I'll give you 3 minutes. 3 minutes to toss something out there. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to move on with my day. I got some editing to do. Got some few house chores to do because the chores never end. House chores never end. Dishwasher needs to be run. Laundry needs done. Now, fortunately, I don't have to make any dinner tonight. Oh, I do. I do have to make some potatoes. I got to make some potatoes. But I made my homemade chicken patties last night. It was delicious. It's all I had to do because I already made some potatoes the other day. Just got to make some more potatoes. And I got a lot of stuff in the fridge. I got it was like 4 chicken breasts worth. So I sliced all those things up, cooked them, breading, sauteed in olive oil, mozzarella cheese melted on top. It's delicious. I got sauce in the fridge. I got leftover spaghetti in the fridge. Make some more roasted potatoes tonight to go with it. I'm hungry. I already ate lunch. I'm hungry just thinking about it. It's gonna be good. So easy. It's so easy to just roll in tonight. That's why tonight's a good night for doing stuff because I don't have to work. I don't have to make dinner. Gotta make this. Got to make sure the dishwasher's clean so I have knives and forks and plates to eat on. And tomorrow night it's sesame chicken night. Tomorrow night is sesame chicken night. It's gonna be good. And then Saturday's stromboli night. And then Sunday through Monday is leftovers. It's all eating all leftovers. That's the way it goes. Makes it easy. One day we'll get cooking streams. One day when I can have somebody who can hold the camera and follow me around in the kitchen, in a better kitchen. One day we'll do that. I promise. It'll happen one day. We'll do this. We'll do the cooking streams. You'll see how the magic happens. Listen, I think I've told this story. When I was in high school, it was high school. This is pre-internet as we know it today. Some of my friends, he had this camera that he bought that could hook up to a VCR to record shit, and they wanted to do this is me when I was just a teenager working in kitchens. I was just a teenager. I wasn't actually professional yet. They wanted to do a show called The Neurotic Chef. Where they get the recipe and they would film me cooking, yet they would be unbearingly annoying. They'd be so annoying that I was supposed to flip out and throw like a gigantic tantrum and walk off the set every time. And then they would try and try and finish making the dish, and then it'd be such a disaster. I have to come back and fix it every time. That was their idea for a show. This is the 90s. This was the 90s. And there was people already wanted to have me do what is essentially a cooking stream. And I'm going back up here and I see that I missed this because I was talking. Okay, you're not banned. You're not banned. You're never banned. And it's like Dom isn't banned. Dom isn't banned. You're not banned. You lying woman. You aren't banned. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know everything. I know what I know. I don't know everything. So yeah, so they wanted to do a cooking stream of me long time ago. That's been something for a long time. So one day you guys will get it. And I'm sure whoever the cameraman is, or camera woman, you never know. I'm sure whoever it is will be massively annoying while I'm doing it. I'm sure the banter will be there. And I'm sure multiple people will end up being there. It won't just be one person. There'll be multiple people there to make my life miserable as I'm trying to cook food. That's what it will be miserable. I guarantee it. It's gonna be miserable. But y'all gonna laugh. I'm gonna have a horrible time. Oh, can I touch this? No, don't touch it. Oh, can I have a taste? No, it's not ready yet. Could I stick my finger in that? That's gonna get clipped. Weasel's here. That's gonna get clipped. Oh, come on. Like I'm sorry, my B5 knowledge is not hardcore. Excuse me. My Babylon 5 knowledge is not hardcore. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me very much. Anyway, so it would be a nightmare for me. It'll happen one day. I'm sure of it. Don't make a face at me. Don't make a face at me. You don't get to make a face at me. No. Sorry. No. Oh my goodness. Listen, one day it'll happen, I'm sure. It'll happen and it will be a nightmare for me. But y'all are going to love it. It's going to be a nightmare for me, but y'all are going to love it. All right, we're at an hour then. Managed to squeak it over. Thank you everybody for another great day. I will see you guys at another stream. Another make pickle Pepsi. Why don't you just make a pickle Pepsi? I'm leaving. Goodbye. Have a good rest of your day.